You are what you are in this world. You're either one of two things. You're either at the table or on the menu.
You in there?
All right, ready? Give me a little countdown. I'm better with countdowns.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of At the Table with Yakman 302. I ain't want to spill down the drinks, but this is a special episode. Shout out to the Hall of Fame. We're in the Academy doing At the Table on the road.
Yes, sir. At the table. Welcome to the Academy, dog. I'm excited to have you here, dog.
I ain't even say none of that to the microphone.
Listen.
Run it back.
They're going to have plenty of opportunities to hear from Yakman, dog. It's your world, baby.
All right, man. Well, look, I appreciate you sitting down here at the table. It's been a long time coming, man.
It has. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here at the Academy, man. You are our first official podcast partner, so I'm going to put that out there.
And there's be many more to go, so stay tuned. And make sure if you're trying to get your podcast, what is it?
Holla at us at the Academy Studios on Instagram, or just DM me directly at the Hall of Fame, or even my Facebook. Hit me up, and we'll make it happen for you. We're only really doing a couple clients, because we're trying to create an exclusive vibe to let people know that this is where you want to be to do your podcast. Obviously, Yakman, he's one of the premier personalities out here in Delaware, so it's a pleasure to have him here, and we definitely want to incorporate a couple more, nothing too crazy, but we'll have a couple more good folks in here.
All right, man. So, how long have you had this studio?
Oh man, the Academy Creative Arts Studio. We've been here about 2 years now. Coming up on about 2 years. We this January will mark about 26 months. This January. So we've been here for a little while, man.
It looks beautiful in here, man. And I remember the way that it used to be. So to see it now, it's refreshing.
It came a long way. It didn't always look like this. It was a moment, man, where I was like getting no sleep. When this business started, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Shout out to my bros that was holding me down, because I wasn't getting no sleep, bro. I was still working other gigs, other situations, trying to build this business, and it was days like, for real, I was like up like 48 hours, like no joke, just trying to make it happen. So I'm glad it's kind of to a place now where it looks good and I can breathe a little bit.
All right. Now, I admire your grind, and you just got done saying, you spend days going 48 hours straight, staying up trying to put this together. But I've known you for a while, and you're the only other person that I could say kind of reminds me as myself in Wilmington when it comes to the brands, because you would be at Dover, NASCAR, working with different brands, and you don't really see no one else in the city doing that, but really me and you.
Yeah.
You can touch on that, man. Like,
so
are you still working with brands?
Yeah, of course, man. Like, so officially I work as a product specialist, independent contractor, brand ambassador. I do a lot of what you do, with Al Capone, but with just different brands. When I came into the business, I was going like super hard. Like I was just out there, just really grinding. Now, since I've had a chance for things to slow down a little bit, so I'm a little more selective with who I work with. I still got contracts with some great clients, but when I came into business, man, I was going hard, man. And this business is a beautiful business to be in. A lot of times I say that it saved my life, because it came at a time where I was kind of still searching for my place. And for me, it came natural. Like I like talking to people. I love working. I love being out. So for me, I'm a lucky dude, man. I get a lot of pleasure in what I do. Sometimes I try to make it more like fun and less like work. But it's a blessing, man. I can't complain. Keeps me busy, keeps me creative. And I'm just trying to, at this point right now, I'm just trying to get to a space where I can give back and help out other people and point them in the right direction, because I've learned a lot. But like I said, right now I'm just trying to work smarter than hard. I ain't killing myself,
What are some of the brands you worked with?
Oh man, I've done work with Metro PCS, Nintendo, Samsung, Chevrolet. I work right now a lot with the Sixers, Blue Coats, Pepsi, Coke, you name it. Like everybody, dog. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I got a nice little spread, man. But I try to lean personally more heavily on automotive and sports and technology. That's like my trifecta because I'm all about cars, I'm all about sports, and I'm a bit of a techie, a bit of a I guess you could say nerd. That's cool. I can say that.
Yeah,
I love technology.
Nerds are cool in 2019.
Yeah, nerds. I like
Everyone's got all the
technology.
money. Shit.
Technology popping. So I love tech. I love. I'm a big Samsung fan for all you iPhone users out there. Shout out to y'all. I'm gonna say that. They take care of me, so I gotta, I gotta roll with them sometimes. But I love tech, sports, and automotive for sure.
Now I know you seen me with doing stuff with Al Capone. What happened with you and Swishers?
They still around. I worked with them a lot actually. This past summer, I do a lot of work with them. They're one of my regulars. There's real good guys. I do a lot of event-based marketing, so it's a lot of concerts, music festivals, races. I met him. What was that, like probably about a year ago down in NASCAR in Dover. I bumped into him.
Couple years ago.
Yeah,
3 years ago. Yeah.
I was working. He was working. I think I was doing Mountain Dew or something down there. But I bumped into you down there. It was like a lot of event-based marketing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff where I'm out. And it might be the summer. It might be 105 degrees, and everybody else having fun. I'm out there working.
Now, didn't you shoot a commercial with Jaguar?
I did, man. I did a promotional. It was kind of more of a promotional thing. They were promoting the Art of Performance tour, which was like literally a tour that they had where they went to different states promoting a new F-Pace when the truck came out and just other products. So I had the luxury and liberty and privilege of being a part of that. And it was a lot of fun for me because I am a big Jaguar fan. If anybody that really know me, they know I love my Jaguar.
Is that your Jag out there?
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, they be around. You know what I mean? I love my Jag. I ain't going front. So for me, it was like it was kind of a fan moment and a working moment because I've never really been like into acting or nothing like that. Not as serious as a lot of my peers who take it serious, but I'm just always willing to take advantage of the opportunity to network, get some exposure. So for me, it was just a fun and great opportunity to just get out there, get in front of the camera, show people what I could do. But it was kind of the beginning of me now having more of a passion for acting, being in front of the camera.
Was that just a commercial, a Jaguar commercial that they just posted on TV and stuff?
Yeah, well, it wasn't so much domestically. Actually, it was more like internationally and West Coast. So it wasn't nothing that people would probably see.
Okay, I thought that your mom would have been flipping watching novella.
I don't even got cable anyway. I ain't had cable in 10 years, so I wouldn't see it anyway. Like, for real, I'm all about these apps, dog. Like, I got the apps for days on the app, man. So I couldn't even tell you if I seen it on TV because I ain't had cable since it's been a while, dog. At least 10 years. But yeah, it was more of a promotional situation, but it was a great learning experience, great experience for me.
All right, what's some of the things that you do with the Blue Coats?
The Blue Coats. So I am the in-arena host and the MC for the Delaware Blue Coats, representing. Love my Blue Coats, love my Sixers. I host all of the home games down at the Fieldhouse. So if you live in Delaware, Philly, surrounding area, anywhere by Delaware, you got to come down to the 76ers Fieldhouse. It's such a great environment. I had the privilege of being a part of the whole rebranding because for people that didn't know, they used to be the 87ers. Now they're the Delaware Blue Coats. Because the NBA G League used to be called the D League for Development League. Now it's the NBA G League because I believe Gatorade is one of their major sponsors, so they kind of call it the G League. They rebranded everything, and luckily the Sixers, they found it suitable to put their facility in Delaware. So for people like me that's basketball junkies, it's like you got a facility right in your backyard, downtown Wilmington. They did a great job building the field house, and that's the home for the Delaware Blue Coats. So the Blue Coats is like the 76ers practice team or development team. So I host all of the home games down there at the field house. And it's crazy. If y'all haven't been down there, y'all got to get down there because if you like basketball, even if you don't like basketball, you're just looking for something to do that's fun on a Friday, Saturday night, Wednesday night, that ain't going to break the bank for you and the family. It's definitely a great opportunity. Y'all got to come down there and check out a game. Y'all see me.
Definitely want to come. I'm going to bring my son, man.
Oh, anytime.
He just made the basketball team.
That's beautiful. Man.
I just got him some tickets to the Blazers versus Sixers on March 29th.
That's going to be a good
and I
game.
know he's excited because I think it was 2 years ago, I took him to the same exact game, and he got to meet his favorite player, Damian Lillard. He signed his hat.
Oh, word. I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that.
Taking my son to see his favorite player and meeting him the first game, I was probably happier more than him.
Right.
Man.
He didn't realize the magnitude.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say his favorite player was Ben Simmons. It's cool.
Nah, he's
I was saying. Dame is the man, though.
Yeah.
Dame is the man.
And now Carmelo there now.
Yeah, man, they just picked up Melo. Shout out to Melo, yo. Like,
I was happy to see that, man. It was kind of depressing seeing him not picked up.
Political.
Yeah.
That took way too long for him to get on the squad.
He's lucky they even picked him up and Kaepernick him.
Kaepernick him. That's a verb now. You might get Kaepernick out here. Yeah, Kaepernick. So now I got to ask you, now we're going to spin the table real quick. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that Kaepernick situation? Do you feel it was a fair shot or...
Oh, you're talking about the most recent one?
Yeah, as far as his.
I'm sure they changed the contract up, and as soon as I started hearing about it, I believed it. There wasn't one instance where I felt like everything was fair. As soon as I heard that it came out of nowhere and the NFL did it, he had to do it within 2 hours. It was just really weird. And honestly, I stopped liking the NFL when I seen that movie with Will Smith on
Concussion.
Yeah, Concussion.
Yeah, that was.
And so that put a bad taste in my mouth about the NFL. I remember halfway through the movie, I'm already putting a Facebook stat, just kind of disgusted with how they treated their players.
Yeah.
And then shortly after, the Kaepernick situation happened with the kneeling, and then the gambling. I'm not going to get too in detail, but let's just say the whole gambling shit's a setup. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm done with football.
You're done with football.
And my 49ers, when I did watch it, my 49ers are like undefeated or 8-1 right now. Yeah. And I haven't watched one game yet. So it's a shame that my team's doing really good, but I just kind of fell out of love with football once I kind of started seeing the corporate side of it. And it disgusted me. But yeah, I knew that they were up to no good and they didn't give them a fair shake.
Yeah, man. I have to agree, man. It's with me. It's kind of I got a love-hate relationship because I do like football, not as much as basketball. I do like football, and I do like to see men doing what they love, providing for their family and stuff like that. But when you see kind of the underbelly, you know what I mean, what they really represent, it could be a little discouraging, especially in that situation with Kaepernick. It's like you just like, okay, well, you had 2 days. What was it, 2 days or 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours to sign the contract. For one, the NFL never really orchestrates things like that. Like if a team is interested, they'll contact you directly. So if the Panthers or the Patriots or anybody that was interested, they would have reached out to him and his people directly. This was kind of unprecedented for the NFL to come out the blue and say, oh, okay, we're going to give you this shot on a Saturday, mind you, where everybody is getting ready for game day. So what GMs or what important personnel can really afford to even come out and see him play when game day is less than 24 hours away? And I might be in another time zone on the West Coast, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought it was unfair. It was a little sketchy. And like you said, it kind of showed what the NFL is really about. And at the end of the day, it was a trick. It was like a political move to say, okay, well, we gave him a shot. So now, when we make this move, maybe with Jay-Z 6 months from now, everybody can't be in an uproar and say, oh, the NFL didn't give Colin Kaepernick a shot. Now they can at least, cover your ass, CYA, and say, oh yeah, we gave him a shot, even though we know it wasn't a fair shot. So I think it was definitely political, man. They know what they're doing, man. Hey, man, what they say about Sunday, God and football, man. Yeah. Say that's it. That's the only thing we got for Sunday is God and football.
It's a messed up situation. They got a lot of pride. I don't know why they just won't let him back in. Most people don't even last long in the NFL.
And he got a second chance.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to be there for much longer, but...
They gave Stephen A. hard time too. Yeah, and
what do you feel about that? Do you think that he deserved what T.O. said?
No, I don't think he deserved what T.O. said, and I'm going to play, I guess you could say, devil's advocate a little bit because I understood exactly what Stephen A. was saying. It just didn't come across the way it needed to come across because especially the way T.O. came at him, it got lost in translation. I feel like what what Stephen A. was saying in so many words is that to play in the NFL is a privilege. And I agree with him. Like, if you Kaepernick, at the end of the day, for one, we're talking about a game, right? We're talking about a game. So games are meant to be played, right? We ain't talking about politics. We're not talking about healthcare. We're not talking about education. We're talking about football. So it's like, if you're going to play the game, you got to play the game. And the owners write the paychecks. They write the policy. So you can't sit there and say, you know, NFL, stop running. Roger Goodell, stop running. These men got billions and trillions and quadrillions of dollars. They ain't got to do nothing. You the one, not you, but he's the one in position that's looking for a job, right? He's looking for a job. He's looking for an opportunity. So you have to learn how to, you know, how they say you catch more flies with honey. You know what I mean? Like you can't go out there like, I think the Kunta Kinte shirt is what really did it.
Yeah, he didn't have to. That's the only thing that is probably over the line. You didn't have to do that.
Like I see what you're saying. Yeah, you a slave to the NFL or whatever. But they're not going to take kindly to that. None of the teams, none of the owners. They're going to look at it like, okay, well, we thought he came out here to play football, but he's still trying to be a warrior for social justice, which is fine.
But this is the thing. Like you got a lot of money at stake. And then if people stop going to these games or they start getting real political, and then now you're bringing a lot of unneeded or unwanted attention to the team, and now they can't focus on the game because there's signs up all the time. Like now you kind of turned it into a spectacle, and I could understand why no team would want that. So he probably should think of a different way if he really wants to get back in the NFL but it's a hard situation, man.
I respect his cause. I really do. I understand what he was trying to do, but it's like, you know, say you work at UPS, you know, and you go in every day and you like, all right, well, today I deliver no boxes. I'm just going to kneel and I'm going to spend 8 hours talking about abortions or race, whatever. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, that's not really your time. That's UPS time.
Yeah.
So you can't get mad. UPS said, well, listen, just go home and just stay home. You know what I'm saying? You could either come in the next day and say, oh, you know what? I'm sorry about that. I was drawing. I'm going to wait till I get after work or use another platform. But we'll use another platform. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a job, man. It's a gig, man. So you got to be able to play the game accordingly. Let me check on this audio real quick for you. Right. Keep it locked. We ain't going nowhere, Yak Man at the table. Shout out to everybody watching, man, on Facebook, on Instagram, and all that good stuff.
Now we back here at the table with Yak Man 302. We got Hall of Fame at the Academy.
I'm here, man.
Now look, I was over here.
So y'all can follow me on Instagram at the Hall of Fame. On Facebook, go like my page, 15 Minutes of Fame.
Right.
That's me. Ray, they call me Phame Hancock. My whole government. Call me Uncle Ray.
Now, the other day I was on Facebook and I seen you put a post up and it said something about finding dependable people. What was that stat about?
It was just about reliability, man. Like I'm just the type of person where if I'm gonna do something and I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I'm not gonna do something, then I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be upfront about that. I don't do a whole lot of maybe and all that. I'm at that point in my life where I don't take offense to people saying no, but I think that it's a powerful thing to just be able to, like you said, Faye, I'll be there at 3:00. I'll look up 2:45, you there. You know what I mean? Not I'll be there at 3:00 and 3:00 come. Tomorrow. Matter of fact, can we just link up tomorrow? Nah, it don't work like that because at the level that I like to play at and I like to compete at, you know what I mean, time is real. Mm-hmm. Just like we go back to talking about sports. That game started at 7:00. The referee can't run in like, yo, my bad, oh my kid, yo. You know what I mean? The ref got beat, the cameraman got, TNT, he can't run in there like, yo, my bad, dog, yo, let me tell you what happened. Can we do it tomorrow? No, we can't do it tomorrow. We got to do it now. But the game. So our culture is I think used to playing outside that realm of time, where time and space is real. And I just feel like I value that. I think it's important to do what you say you want to do and mean.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm a man of my word, and I take a lot of pride in that. So I definitely get mad when people don't keep their word. But I gotta put you in the hot seat, man. Where my matches at? I'll put some fire under there real quick.
Put me in the hot seat.
Why don't you reach out to people that are on the same mentality or on the same grind? My question is, if you and I have been grinding since 4 or 3 years ago and we've been moving around, how come we haven't worked with each other yet? How come it's been this long to get to where we're at now?
Well, I mean, you can't really say that because you're here.
Yeah.
And like I said,
I feel like we should have been.
But this is the thing.
And I said that to myself. I'm like, damn.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But I'm gonna keep it a bean. My process of self-development has been a journey itself. I'm not the type of person. I feel like I'm no good to anybody if I can't help myself. If I can't help my family. That's just me. That's just period. I feel like our culture, that's the biggest problem, is that we too busy tending to somebody else's garden. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gardener. I can't tell you how to make your roses grow. I can't tell you how to grow your cucumbers. But I'll tell you that my 4x4 garden, my shit gonna be airtight before I even look over the fence. Now, once my thing airtight, I can look over the fence and be like, you know what, man, my tomatoes is popping right now. Maybe you should do this. You see what I'm saying? But if my tomatoes ain't popping, if my cucumbers and my greens is wilting and dying, what sense does that make for me to go and take that energy and that distraction to another man who has the same problem as me?
Right.
And that's just how I am. That's why now, as I was saying, I'm in a better space and place to do this, to do these type of things, because I have my affairs in order a little bit more. You know what I mean? I don't have no perfect life by any means. I don't have a bad life, but especially after I had my son, you know, it's a whole new process of self-development and rediscovery, and especially when you have to be accountable for somebody else that's this tall. You see what I'm saying? I tell my bros, I'm like, listen, it's one person I go pick up and put in this car seat. You understand? It's only one. It's nobody else. I can't do. Yo. If it's a hurricane right now, state of emergency, you gonna call me? You can't call me. You better call your mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna go get mine. And I just use that as an analogy to say, you know, it's hard for me. And I'm not talking about everybody. I'm saying for me, it's hard for me to concentrate on other affairs when, you know, when I'm bombarded with my own stuff. So I really just was for a long time dealing with my own issues, my own struggles, you know, building a business, being an entrepreneur where, like I said, I'm up 30, 40 hours. I've been there and done that, where it's not like, I'm not in here playing Xbox and shit. Like, it's not like, you're not in here. This ain't, you know, we ain't playing Call of Duty or 2K. Like, that's not what's happening. If I'm occupied, best believe I'm probably working or building, maybe resting a little bit, maybe trying to spend time with my family. But it's never a situation where it's like, I would never curve nobody for the sake of curving. I'm like, oh, I ain't. It's more, just like I said, being responsible for myself, man. Having accountability for myself and using that strength to help other people. I feel like we can't do that as people, black, white, green, whatever, unless we all start taking accountability, though. We have to. And in our culture, we're quick to be like, oh man, look at this dude over here, man. Like, in my opinion, can't no man, and keyword is man, can't no man point at another man for their misfortune. Like, I don't never want to hear that. And if you come around me, you'll notice that. You'll be like, I don't want to hear about, oh man, so-and-so ain't let me do so-and-so. Nah, it don't work like that. It just doesn't, because guess what? You got to be accountable for you when you go home. I got to be accountable for me when I go home. And when we come together, that's where we get strength, because it's like...
And that's what I think.
You know what I mean?
And I bring it up because in Delaware, you know, like most recently, there's someone in Atlanta, they reached out to me and they're talking about reposting and stuff like that and shooting skits, and I just thanked them. And I was like, because in Delaware, if somebody had a lot of followers, they're not going to be open to shooting skits with anybody else in the city, even if they have some buzz, unless they could capitalize or benefit in some way.
Right.
Like if that person had a lot of followers.
Right.
But in Atlanta it wasn't like that. Like they were shooting skits with me left and right.
Right.
And they're welcoming, yeah. So in Delaware you got a whole bunch of different factions, but everybody's out for themselves. It isn't one unit, and I wish that people would come together and say if Doobie Keys was doing something, everybody went out to go support him. All right, now we got Skeety Boy, he got something going on.
Right.
Let's go out and support him, because I know if you were in Philly, there'll be a young boy that I don't know who they are. I don't know their names.
They support each
but
other.
they got the whole venue lit.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think it's somebody like Jeezy on stage or Drake on stage, but it's not. It's somebody that is very young that I don't know who they are. They're not even old enough for me to offer them a smoking sponsorship.
Right,
but they got the city lit and they support over there. I know Delaware is small, but damn, we're so broken apart.
So true.
But the only thing you can do is just find people that have like minds, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm connected with someone like Tracknologist, because
Mm-hmm.
good heart, always working on the objective, great cameraman, and positive vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what it's about.
I've been seeing you grinding for a long time too, and now you got this set up, so I'm gonna be bringing my son to that Blue Coast thing. Do you be bowling?
Please.
That was the other thing. I didn't want to interrupt earlier. You know how to bowl?
Oh, I got game.
All right, we're gonna have to do it one-on-one.
I can't shoot, but I can dribble like a mug.
All right, we're gonna do it
I'll cross
one-on-one.
on you at least twice. I don't know.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. If I beat him, he gotta roll up an Al Capone leaf wrap and smoke. And then if he beat me, I'll try to roll the swisher.
Oh my
It'll probably be gone in about 2 minutes after we light it, though.
We ain't gonna talk. See how he try to throw shots? Yeah, man.
Nah.
First of all, hold on. Now, first of all, I gotta give you your props, because Yak Man, I watched Yak Man single-handedly take a brand to the next level as far as Delaware and Wilmington and the tri-state area. Listen, Yak Man, come on, dog. I know his work, and Al Capone, whatever they paying you, they gotta triple it. This is the guy.
Y'all hear that, Capone?
You hear that?
Y'all better hook me up with a real nice.
His work, unparalleled. This man was always working, always in the streets, always on the grind, and I just give you the utmost props for that, because you don't see that kind of dedication in people a lot, and it's important to get you a long way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And if Capone don't offer me that exclusive contract 2020, let me know if there's any other brands that they can use my services. You know what I'm saying?
It's a large marketplace, man. It's always work out there for people if you're willing to go get it and chase it down. It's always opportunities out here, man, without a doubt.
That's what's up, man. Well, look, I definitely want to check this out. This is on the screen right now.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So Chick-fil-A is doing a crazy deal with the Delaware Blue Coats, where you can get 4 tickets, 4 sandwiches, 4 sodas, 4 fries. And like I said, you get tickets to the game for $50.
I want that. I'm locking that in. When's the best game to go to that's coming up?
Well, weekend games are always nice because they pop in. It's more people there. Mm-hmm. But the next game is actually tomorrow night at the Fieldhouse. If y'all guys get a chance, tickets is as cheap as $14. So $14, you get a ticket, come out with the fam. You can go to the movies probably for more money than that. So come out with the fam, enjoy a game. We got a lot of great Sixers two-way players. Play for the Sixers and the Blue Coats. It's a great time, man. You come out with the family, I guarantee y'all gonna have a good time.
Cool. All right, man. Well, is there anything else you wanted to cover here at the table?
Man, I just, I did want to speak a little bit to what you were saying, about Delaware. One thing I want to throw out there that I don't think a lot of people realize about Delaware, and just hear me out, because we have our challenges out here, but we can't compare ourselves to tourist markets, which we're surrounded by, right? Baltimore, tourist market. Philly, tourist market. New York, tourist market. DC, tourist market. Ocean City, tourist market. Delaware, not a tourist market.
And what you doing, Delaware?
And we right in the middle.
That's true.
And that's true, right?
That's
because
true.
Think about it. Who is actively going to say from New York or from DC or from Baltimore, oh, let's go to Delaware tonight? You see what I'm saying? When are you going to hear that? Now you're going to hear people from Delaware say, "Oh, let's go to
Philly. Let's go to Atlantic City.
Let's go to Atlantic City. Let's go to Baltimore. Let's go to all these tourist markets around us." So I don't think we can compare ourselves to these tourist markets, and I think whether that's a good or bad thing, I think we just need to be conscious of it and understand that if we are going to compete with these tourist markets, we got to compete. Because what incentive do I have to come out here to Delaware if I can go to a Sixers game or I can go to a Rolling Loud in New York? You know what I mean? What incentive do I really have to come here? So for us, as far as entrepreneurs, business people, artists, musicians, the main thing I want to instill in y'all is to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not competing with me and Yak Man. Y'all competing with T.I.
Not in competition with you.
Not in competition with y'all. Y'all competing with Rihanna. Y'all competing with Drake. Y'all competing with the NFL. Y'all competing with Marvel. What incentive do I have to watch you instead of John Wick, or watch you instead of Bruce Willis? You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is it's entertainment. So let's be ready to go out there and compete and be better than our competition, so that people have a reason to say, you know what, that boy Yak Man. I don't need to watch what's Gillian in podcast. $1 Million Game. I'm gonna watch Yak Man. You know what I mean? Because that's more entertaining for me. So I just want us to be conscious of that so that we can be competitive and be better people.
What advice would you give to that kid that's on the block right now? His mom's doing whatever she's doing. His dad's locked up. Brother's on the corner trapping, and he just got good grades in school, but he don't have nobody to show. What advice could you give to him so he doesn't become a statistic?
That's a good question. The advice that I would give to him is that, you know, the world is bigger than your block. And you can have hometown love, you can have hometown pride, but it goes back to just what I was saying. Be ready to be bigger than your circumstances. Because you're in a situation doesn't mean you have to stay in that situation. Understand that there are things, you know, bigger than hustling. There are other ways to be entrepreneurial, to enterprise. We were just talking about this. You know, you don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to be a ball player. You know, you could be a painter. You could be a veterinarian. You could be a mechanic. You could be an accountant. You could be anything that you have a passion in. So whatever you're passionate about, you know, I encourage you to follow that passion, but also be strategic. Don't split your time and your energy amongst too many different things. For instance, if you want to be a painter, and an artist, and a singer, and a gymnast, if you want to be all these things, take some time out to say, well, this year, you know, I'm working on my artwork, I'm working on my paintings. Maybe next year I'll work on my singing career. You know, just be very methodical and try to focus and have a plan so that you can be effective, especially at a young age, because your future is bright and you got a lot of time to learn.
Oh, I like that, man. I appreciate you giving out that advice. I want to see more kids strive to, you know, work, get their own place, build their own platform to where they can be entrepreneurs and successful without falling victim, you know, to the streets, man, and the system. Because once you're in the system, it's hard to get out, man.
It's hard. Don't get in the system, man. And get a mentor. You know what I mean? Follow people like Yak Man. Follow people that you see doing the right thing. Because regardless, the thing is, we all know the difference between right and wrong. For me, unfortunately, when you know better, you do better. So certain things that I could never do for the simple fact that I know better. There's a lot of people that don't know better. That doesn't mean you can't learn. World Wide Web, YouTube University. I'm telling you, the other day I went on YouTube. Like, my man gave me a computer that was, you know you can't get a computer because you don't know the password. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I got this computer, and like I can't get in it. Dog, I went on YouTube, watched like a 5-minute tutorial, cracked it. I'm in the computer. Mind you, I'm not that tech savvy at all. Right. I'm not that guy. But I learned on YouTube in 5 minutes.
Just apply yourself.
And that's a skill. You know how many people walking around with locked iPads and phones and all this stuff? That's a skill in itself. Like, yo, bring me a computer. I'll lock it for you. Give me $40. Give me $50. Things like that, you know what I mean, I value because there's not excuses like it used to be when we weren't allowed to read and all these other, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like the library right there, tablet right here, YouTube right there. We're gonna learn today. We're gonna learn today.
Now we're gonna get ready to wrap up, but I gotta put you, hit you with a question that's gonna put you under pressure.
Oh Lord.
What artist in Delaware is next up and actually has a chance to make it?
That's a good question. You put me on the spot right now. I'm gonna keep it being. I've been a little bit out of tune with the culture. I'm not the most informed right now, just because
Well, before you left. Before you left.
I ain't go nowhere, but now I'm gonna keep it a bean. But one of my all-time favorites, and he'll tell you this because I told him this. My man Keys, Aviator Keys.
Okay.
One of my all-time favorites. Just a very, very charismatic dude. I think he has a tremendous amount of potential. Right now, though, I'm seeing a lot of movement from Zookie.
Yeah.
And Zookie is plugged in real heavy with my main Sap, my main man Sap. So shout out to Sap because he's got some plugs, and I feel like based on his connections and her work ethic, I feel like she got a nice shot at doing something special for Delaware. But I love all the heavy hitters. I love Shizzy. I love who else making moves? Oh, Flair, LAS, my guy Flair.
All right, who's the trashiest rapper in the city?
Trashiest rapper in the city.
Who sucks?
Oh my
I wanted to
God.
say a bad word, but this is getting on YouTube. And I'm trying to get acclimated to the whole Copper Act coming soon.
I can't even comment on it because I haven't heard. I don't hear enough music. I'm gonna be honest with you. I consume my music in the car on the radio because it's free and I'm always driving. Let's go back to what I was saying. Like y'all not compete with us. Y'all compete with Drake and Meek and them.
He want to make sure that y'all book him, but y'all book some space in the academy.
I'm keeping it real though. That's a fair answer, though, right, Drake? Because I ain't heard it all.
And before we get out of here, when's going to be the next 15 Minutes of Fame artist showcase event?
Oh man, 15 Minutes of Fame. We're probably working on something in the new year. I haven't been doing too many of my own events just because I've been trying to.
Well, let's put something together.
You the man, though.
Yak Man.
This is really the guy. Like y'all don't.
Nah, Yak Man. The only thing we might gotta switch up that second place prize, but you know what I mean. We'll figure something out.
They gonna try to get some albums in there.
Now you know what? How about let's have a contest and whoever rolls, let them roll Swisher and let them roll Capone.
Oh my God.
And we'll have both brands there. A rolling contest. I like that.
I'm not gonna be there for that. But y'all let me know how I go though.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. You might have an artist showcase from 15 Minutes of Fame in 2020.
Me and Yak Man gonna put something together, man. Because this is the guy that's really plugged in doing things for the culture and the community, man. So, you the man for the job, without a doubt.
I'm just getting started, man. I appreciate you for coming here at the table.
At the table, it's a pleasure, man. At the table, my phone.
Oh, it wasn't an iPhone.
It wasn't.
Nah.
Team Samsung. Oh, he dropped it again. Oh my God.
He got light proof.
I got the honor box. Nah, man, it was a pleasure, man. Anytime, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm always ready, man.
I had a good time. I look forward to doing this more often, and I'm going to be booking my space here at the Academy. Make sure you contact them. You already know. You either at the table or you on the menu.
Man.
No comment.